Hello out there to all my amazing Capricorns. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your overall tarot and astrology reading for June 2020. Thank you so much for being here at the channel. It's always wonderful to be with my fellow Capricorns. I am a Capricorn myself, and I just love being in the energy of us goats. It's a great sign to be, and I'm always glad to talk to you guys about what's going on in the stars and in the cards for you. Always, as we first get into it, guys, we have a first couple of messages. This is going to be a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Capricorn out there. If these messages do resonate with you and they feel right to you, they're meant for you. If they don't, kick them on out to another Capricorn out there. This will mostly be corresponding to Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs, and all Capricorn cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like more information on any of the card decks that I use, or would like to leave a donation for the channel, all of those links and information are below in the description box, guys. And while you're thinking about it, I do invite you to hit that button, join the Dragon family by subscribing, and also do give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button to let me know you enjoy this content. Wonderful to see my little Dragon family out there. I love seeing it grow, and getting to know more of you on a personal level has been wonderful. So guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your astrology. I only take a couple minutes because I know most people want to get right into the cards, but I'm an astrologer as well, so I really like to bring some highlights, and I do recommend listening through to the astrology because it does very much tie into the symbology and the meaning of the cards as well. This is a busy month, Capricorn. Lots of notes on my chart here as I get into it. The things that pop out at me when I'm first looking at it for Capricorn is always going to be your ruling planet of Saturn. Saturn is moving retrograde, and it's going back into those first degrees of Aquarius because it finished its transit of Capricorn this year. However, we will be going back, slipping into the last few degrees of Capricorn throughout July, and then it will go direct, of course, later in the year, and we will be finishing completely that transit of Capricorn later this autumn, early winter. So guys, this is really sort of like, you know, Saturn has already gone through our sign for over 2 years, and we've really learned heavy lessons. Oh, big stuff has come to the surface. New foundations have had to be completely relayed on different levels for all Capricorns. And so now it's like we're kind of getting a little bit of that test to say, did you get the lesson? Did you figure it out? Did you learn from this? Because it's coming back around just to kind of give us that quiz. So that's really the way that I definitely feel this. We're going to get another little last pass of Saturn through Capricorn. You know, Saturn and Capricorn isn't a bad thing. It is kind of a challenging thing. It's a lesson teaching thing because in my opinion, you know, Saturn really is that karmic Lord of time. You know, it's the man holding the scythe, Father Time, which is very much about our timing. It's about our lessons. It's about really, you know, learning and growing and always doing better and always ascending higher. So yeah, it's very challenging in that way, but Saturn being in Capricorn is its natural sign to be in because Saturn rules Capricorn. So it actually functions quite nicely there as well. It's very efficient. It's very good at removing blockages or things that just don't serve us anymore. So Capricorn, I guarantee you can look back at this time and we're going to just say, wow, you know, it's like there were things we really didn't want to let go of, but we look back and go, it was really for our highest good. You know, whatever we were forced to release during that time. So we start out the month of June with a full moon lunar eclipse. That's going to be on June the 5th in the sign of Sagittarius, guys. It's going to be a very big full moon for everyone. I can't wait. We're going to be doing full moon readings next week that I will be posting up, so definitely look for those. We are coming into eclipse season. Then when we go into a big weekend on June 20th and 21st, we get the summer solstice with the sun moving into your opposite sign of Cancer. Then the very next day on the 21st, we have the new moon and solar eclipse in Cancer. We also have Mercury retrograde coming up this month, also in the sign of Cancer. So Capricorn, all of that Cancer energy later in this month especially is going to be highlighting your relationship house, the 7th house of your universal chart. You will definitely feel the energy being focused into your relationships, whether they are romantic, friends, family dynamics, all kinds of partnerships. Lots of things being reviewed and gone through because it will be Mercury retrograde through that house, and that will last from June 18th to July 12th. That is how long that Mercury retrograde will be going for. So get ready for a lot of, adjustments, revisions, rethinking, and reworking in your relationship life. Absolutely. Venus is also retrograde right now. That has had a lot to do with our relationship life. The sun is still in Gemini right now as we begin this recording. And let me tell you, Capricorn, that Gemini energy and that Venus energy, it's doing such a job on you because that's in that 6th house of Virgo for you universally. And Virgo is a house of healing. It's a house of, well-being and wellness and establishing healthier routines for yourself. So self-love, Capricorn, has been so vital throughout this Venus retrograde, throughout this Gemini time. So absolutely continue that pattern. If you've been kind of reworking and integrating new and better habits and patterns into your life, just continue to do that because it's going to pay off for you. Eating better, getting enough sleep, exercising, as much as you can, just to get that movement. Very, very healthy for you. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. We're going to pull some major arcana for you. We're going to pull a lot of oracle because there's so much going on this month. So I'm definitely pulling a little bit more. This reading will be just a little longer than my usual monthlies, but I think we all need the support. So I've been just kind of spending as much time on each sign's read as I feel that it needs. So let's go ahead and delve on in. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Capricorn as we do the reading for the month of June 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh, Capricorn. The devil came up, and boy, Capricorn, that is our card. The devil is represented by us in the major arcana. So I'm not going to say this is a negative thing. To me, this is really Capricorn stepping into its own power this month. I very much feel that on the way. And if anything is challenging or difficult, Capricorn, it's really about getting out of anything that doesn't work for you. Anything that has made you feel trapped, in bondage, obsessed, worried, anxious, etc., depressed, all that kind of stuff, right? It's like that's the negative side of the devil, right? Is that it traps us in joyless routines. Capricorn, you're big about your career, you're big about your money and finance and life purpose. So, whenever that comes up, I'm like, okay, that means, that you don't want to be stuck in a job or in a situation or routine that doesn't bring you any happiness. Because Capricorn, one of our worst qualities is that we can really be very strict with ourselves, very rigid, and not allow ourselves very much fun, very much joy, very much pleasure, because we're always like, no, we gotta be very stoic and, do whatever is efficient and just get the job done and, whatever it takes. And so a lot of times our own, joy of life just gets tossed out the window along with that. So that devil does remind us, don't get caught in a situation where you're no longer enjoying your own experience. So let's pull a couple cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Now I'm going to see which guiding spirits or energetic points are going to be guiding you through this month of June. Ooh, wow. Oh, I like that. Okay, so Capricorn, the first card that came up is the High Priestess card. This is harnessing mystic power. Interesting enough, you know, the High Priestess is also a card from the Tarot. So to me, that kind of doubles down on that energy, that feminine intuition. This is the energy of the moon too, so that full moon is going to be important to you. And of course, next month's full moon in July is your full moon. So Capricorn, there's going to be a couple of very intensive full moons for you. You know, I love that with the cat goddess. You know, it's like this is all about that sort of feminine intuition, listening to what your soul is saying to you, rising above into possibly a new life here too, because she bridges, you know, between those two worlds. So then on the other side, we have the wolf coming through with the season of winter. Capricorn, of course, you are representative of the winter season. The winter solstice starts when the sun goes into your sign. So look at that. What was I saying about denying yourself? Look at that. It says take care of your needs. So Capricorn, no doubt, this is, you know, really reminding you that when we go through the sun hitting that universal Virgo house for you, that's time for your own health, your own well-being, taking care of your own needs and things that you may have been neglecting, ignoring, or just not even giving any energy to because you're like, no, I'm got to take care of everyone else, right? I have a Capricorn mom. I'm a Capricorn with a Capricorn mom. And tell you, she, you know, she'd always take care of everyone else. And, you know, we really have to remind her, it's like, Mom, do something for yourself, right? So it's, they deny themselves a lot of joy, right? And I love the wolf spirit too, before I put him down. Because, you know, this is both a being that exists in the community. You know, you hear the wolf pack, but you also hear the lone wolf, right? Where they can handle times of isolation and periods where they got to hunt by themselves or handle something alone. So it's very interesting, the dynamic, because it means, you know, take a balance of both. Take time for yourself as the lone wolf, but also reconnect with your pack, you know, with your family, with your friends. You know, don't be the lone wolf all the time, because the wolf has the, you know, power of being both. He can handle themselves on their own, but they can also handle themselves very well as a group. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble with my chest. I have been, the allergens have been really high because we've had so much storms coming up and down. And so I almost feel like I'm going to sneeze or cough. So if I do, I'll just let you know. So now I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Black Moon Astrology deck. We're going to see which realms, you know, which worlds, which areas of our soul's development that these guardian spirits are going to be helping to guide you through. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first card that comes up is the Void of Course Moon card, which is sort of when you're missing that energy, missing the direct energy of the moon. Now, the moon has Void of Course patterns all the time. If you get a little calendar, like I carry this one a lot, to have it sitting right next to me. I like this one, not paid by Llewellyn or anything like that, but I do like their little pocket planner. It's very easy, and it has all of the, you know, it has all the planet motions, all the moon motions when you're having an eclipse, when you're, it's getting fuzzy. But anyway, it really is very helpful, because a void of course moon can last from a few minutes to, you know, as long as a day. And it's sort of that time, it's almost like a mini Mercury retrograde, where our energy just isn't as direct. And so knowing when those little void of course moon pockets happen is a little helpful, because the energy just isn't as strong during those times. And I would say on a more, you know, spiritual, physical level, Capricorn, this means that, you know, they're kind of guiding you through those times. It's like when you're not feeling the most energetic, which you can't all the time. I know Capricorns are like, I'm going to burn the candle at both ends. I'm going to work, work, work. But honor your energy. Honor your ebb and flow. Honor those ups and downs. Because if you're just burning yourself out constantly, you're not going to be as functional or well, equipped to get things done. So that is a great card actually to come up to remind you to honor those patterns. Then what do we got? Like I said, all that Gemini right now is traveling through that Virgo house. So look, there we got Virgo. Motto is I analyze. So you may be analyzing a lot of things. You might be really viewing the fine details and combing through them, Capricorn, which is totally fine. But like I said, the major thing about Virgo, it is a sign of healing. It's a fellow earth sign, so it's very grounding for you. It's about health, habits, hygiene, routines, medicine, nutrition, the kind of food you eat. Virgo is all about, it's the maiden holding the wheat, holding the grain from the fields. It's a many-faceted sign, Virgo is. I really, really love Virgo. I've gotten to know some more Virgos over my channel, and I just really, really dig you guys. You're so wonderful. And so I really, think that Virgo energy coming up for you, Capricorn, is so healing. Pay attention to what you're doing and give back, not just to others, but to yourself as well. So let's pull a spirit animal. We already got the wolf spirit coming in very beautifully with the card and element of winter. And this coming winter may be a really big season for you too. When we pull, a season card like that, it's really, momentous. You're a winter sign and there's the winter season. So this could be pointing towards a very powerful conclusion to this year as well, because we're almost at the midpoint, at the year with the summer solstice, and then the flip is the winter solstice. All right, guys, let's shuffle. Sometimes they're a little stubborn, especially with animal spirit cards. Always notice it. It's like they're bouncing around in there. Oh yeah, I love it. Elephant spirit. Boy, now that's a saying for you. An elephant never forgets. Well, I don't know about elephants, but Capricorn definitely never forgets. We have a memory like a trap. So elephant spirit's coming through saying learn from the past. Capricorn, this is all about learning from your past. Your sign is in your planet's in retrograde, and it's going to be going back next month into your sign again. So learn from what you've the last 2 years, what a lot of growth has happened. I can attest to that in my own personal life. My goodness, that it has been intense. Yes, the elephant is also just very strong, and yet again, very family-oriented, just like the wolf, very interconnected with its group. Very beautiful. So yes, don't forget the mistakes, don't forget the lessons, don't forget the things you've learned, because I have a feeling we'll be given the opportunities to put those back into practice very soon. You've emerged stronger and more resilient, and more ready to face things in the future from the things that you've learned this last 2 years. So Capricorn, let's get a gemstone chakra card. Let's see what crystal or gemstone will be best for you to use this month, as well as what chakras are coming up to be healed. The blue lace agate, and that is so amazing because I've been really connecting to that blue lace agate, so much to the point I actually bought this bracelet just a little while ago because I need some blue lace agate in my life. This is a communication stone, really helps the throat chakra, and it's all about speaking your truth. The blue lace agate also has a beautiful kind of calming energy. It's very soothing. As soon as I started wearing this again, I was like, oh, I was like, just a little bit, this gentle energy that it radiates. It's a soothing, peaceful, relaxed kind of feeling. It's a great stone to use if you're having any kind of challenges, difficult people, argumentative kind of types come in your way. The blue lace agate is a great one to use to balance that and to bring more peace into any conversation or dialogue. So Capricorn, let's go ahead and move Mr. Dragon on over. We're going to get into your tarot. We're going to do full spread for you and see what kind of stories Spirit is laying out for you for this month of June 2020, Capricorn. Just bear with me, guys. I do shuffle my cards until I really feel that it's right to put them down. My goodness, how many kings are we going for here? All right, so Capricorn, you have got the King of Wands as your center card at the middle of your spread. This is your central theme. Very strong Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy comes through with him. This is all about having a clear mind, leadership, coming from a cool, balanced, logical place. Sometimes being able to make, you know, the hard decisions. The King of Swords is not someone you want to mess with in his power, because if you mess with him too much, you will not put up with it. Just like the Queen of Swords, same deal. It's like very clear-cutting energy. I feel like for many of you, you know, it's like Saturn right now is in Aquarius, it's in an air sign. And so, you know, many of you are definitely feeling that influence where it's like you're really stepping into this energy now where, you know, it's journey through Capricorn. You've identified the challenges and things that need to be removed, the blockages. And now as it goes into Aquarius, oh, Capricorn, you're going to start really, you know, having no problem you know, removing those things and freeing yourself, because it is, you know, about your personal liberation here. And you're building right now, Capricorn. Look at that Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is an earth element, and it's all about building. It's all about reconstruction. The two people here coming to the architect, you know, with the blueprint, with the plan to build a new spiritual center. So to me, this is all about, you know, you probably getting together with, you know, other people as well to kind of build this new safe haven, this new place that can be both a shelter for the body, but also a place that feeds the soul, right? Going into the immediate past, we have another king. We have that King of Wands, very fiery, passionate energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius coming through with him. So to me, this is something in the immediate past, or maybe right about to happen, where you are really stepping into your power. Oh, you're not putting up with anyone treating you badly. You're willing to put your foot down. And it's very creator energy. You've started to work on recreating your life, recreating where you're going. Sense of direction is very strong with him. And definitely the ability to take action, because fire is all about taking action here. And look at that, Capricorn. Such a total rebirth. There's been something that's really... you know, like parts of you even that you might have thought were dead and gone. This is a spiritual rebirth. This can also be, of course, relationships, you know, coming back to life. This can be old circumstances, maybe old pursuits and, you know, things that you used to enjoy kind of coming back to life in your existence. And that King of Wands is saying, yes, I want to recreate something very positive. Judgment is, you know, Pluto energy. It's Scorpio kind of stuff. So it's like it's that complete resurrection, regeneration of life. Going into the future, check it out. We've got the Temperance card here. Strong Sagittarius energy from her. So this is all about taking the difficult circumstances of your past, Capricorn, and integrating them very deeply into your future. It's kind of like you know, that saying, the things that don't kill you just make you stronger. Well, that is definitely the case with Temperance. She says, you know what? I'm going to transmute the poison. I'm going to transmute and change. And, you know, I'll use the toxicity to my benefit. It's sort of like, you know, they cure the snake bite with the snake venom, right? It's sort of like the things that have hurt you can no longer hurt you now, because you've learned how to transmute the negative effects. And I tell you, Capricorn, you're so good at that. Is really, you know, you can take the hardships of life, the things that the world throws at you. I always, you know, joke and say, you know, the goats, they'll even eat the garbage, right? They'll eat the tin can, and you know, it's like, maybe it's not their favorite thing to eat, but they're kind of like, I'll take the junk and whatever refuse, you know, if that's all life gives me, I'll eat it and I'll keep going and I'll get to a better place, and then, you know, I'll have something better to eat. They're survivors. So, you know, and that Sagittarian energy from Temperance tells me, you know, it's like you're moving onward, upward. You have bigger, broader vistas. You may be thinking about travel, you know, continuing education, learning a language. There's all kinds of things that you could have on your horizon. Look at that, too. I mean, this is like super death and rebirth. We had the Judgment card. Now we've got the Death card, guys, coming into the future. So there's major transformations. You might also have somebody who's very strongly Scorpio coming into your life, or somebody with Scorpio-like energy, or somebody that's going through transformations as well and can help you through your own. But this, to me, always with the Death card, look, I mean, he's carrying the banner with the white rose, you know, of rebirth, of innocence, purity. The sun is rising in the distance. So to me, you know, death is never really a very scary card. It just really means that we are on a complete transformation. And Capricorn, you're not afraid of the dark. Capricorns have a flashlight. They were equipped at birth with a flashlight. They know how to work with that. So on the underside, the subconscious, what you are focused on right now, Capricorn within, I love that. Six of Swords, moving away from the difficult, troubled waters. And look at the back of this card. Look at that. They're moving away from, you know, the difficulty, and they're going towards the, you know, place of stillness, the waters of serenity, leaving behind the old pain, the old drama, and she's taking that cup with her on the journey. So it's like, you have not lost your heart. You have not lost your spiritual guiding light. You're taking it with you and moving forward to a better place. That's what you're very focused on right now. And balance, of course, Capricorn, right now. You may be going through a transition. I feel for some of you very strongly with career. You may be changing out a job, and right now, you know, income may not be exactly where you want it to be. So you might feel like, I've got to be really careful with what I spend each day. I have to, you know, take it one step at a time and not worry too much. But you're very focused on not entertaining a whole lot of fear or anxiety right now, Capricorn. You're really on this journey of peace and greater tranquility. On the top, love to see her, my Nine of Pentacles. She's very much, to me, a Capricorn lady. She's like a minor arcana, Queen of Pentacles or Empress card. You know, this is a energy where it's like, you've got your stuff together, you know that you're strong, you've planted the seeds. This is what's crowning the spread on the top. This is a message from the divine, letting you know that even if you're in transition, even if money doesn't feel the greatest right now, you are resourceful, you are strong, you will bounce back, you will make this through. I love that with the, you know, dove of peace on her hand, walking through the garden. And oh yes, have to point him out. Look at that. Look at the rabbit, and you know that the rabbit is all about abundance, all about having plenty, being very fertile, of course, being able to recreate more and more that you need. And look at that, Capricorn. Celebration is on the way. And this isn't something you'll be doing alone. Look at that. The Three of Cups is all about celebrating your victories and better times with your friends, with your family and loved ones. That is a beautiful energy coming through. So let's pull you some advice. Let's see what's coming up the side here for you, Capricorn, and get a little bit more guidance from this. so Capricorn. Ooh, yes. So right now, and this is a card that has actually come up in a good many readings that I've done, the Six of Cups. It's not surprising. With Venus in retrograde, Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, a lot of reconciliation kind of energy is on the horizon, especially in our love relationships. You know, this is the suggested approach, is to kind of mend the fences, build the bridges, focus on the good times from the past, not so much the hard times, right? That's not what this is about. This is about those happy memories, you know, very, very nice things that you've experienced either with, you know, a romantic partner or in, you know, your childhood or, you know, growing up, something from your home life. But it is all about that sort of nostalgic energy of reconciliation. So let's pull a clarifier for this one. Queen of Swords. Yeah, Capricorn, you're still pretty, I don't know if I would use the word guarded, almost sounds a little too strong, but yeah, you're cautious. Queen of Swords is really, you know, head over heart kind of energy. But, you know, deep inside, you know, she still has that feminine heart. She still has that, you know, that sensibility about her. So she's not just all hard, you know, edges. She can be. But she's really in a process of transforming too. See that, you know, butterfly crown on her head? It's all about, she's in a metamorphosis, and so are you. You know, it's just really, if you have been hurt, if you haven't been respected, the Queen of Swords is kind of there to make sure, you know, she's like, it's like almost she's standing guard at the gate of your heart and saying only those who are worthy are going to access Capricorn's heart, right? You could also be very strongly dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because you've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords coming up in this read. So what you need to know right now is the Emperor. We have that very strong, very bold fire energy. This is you again, you know, just like that King of Fire, very similar to him, but he steps it up even a stronger notch. The Emperor is a warrior. He holds the symbol of life. He's strong. It's like he wears that suit of armor under the robe. This is Aries energy. So, you know, you may need to be, you know, a little bolder, like an Aries these days, you know, unafraid to take action and absolutely very self-assured of knowing your self-worth and who you are, because Aries energy is all about your identity. Oh, Capricorn, when you embody that energy of the Emperor, you're very victorious. You have a very strong chance of success here. There's that Six of Wands, another fire energy. So, you know, be bold, be confident within yourself, not out of, you know, ego or anything like that. It's about just knowing your worth, knowing that you have the ability to lead your own life, that you're not codependent on someone else. Very beautiful. So this, we're coming into hopes and fears. Very, this is to me just that's such a human hope and fear, isn't it? You know, at the Five of Pentacles, because Capricorn, this is your fear of either, you know, financial loss or not having enough that way, you know, material wise. But it's also that feeling of being left out in the cold, being separated from the love that you really desire and want. This could definitely be a situation where you're in separation right now from, you know, a loved one or a romantic partner, and it's like you're just kind of wringing your hands, like, how do I get back in touch with them? You feel cut off from source, cut off from the divine. But Capricorn, it's time to get up and look around, because there is another way that you can take. There's always another approach in that card, because it's like the lights are on inside and you can find that door. Don't just sit there by the window. You can find a way to get in. Absolutely. Yeah, and right now, Capricorn, you may be feeling as well a little bit emotionally overwhelmed. The Seven of Cups, to me, always says there's been a whole lot of emotions, a whole lot of feelings coming your way. And you do have options here, Capricorn. You do have choices. you know, of seeking that emotional, spiritual fulfillment. So take your time if you need to. Then getting into the outcome card, we do have the Four of Cups. So to me, this is always about, you know, really appreciating what you have, not taking it for granted, and also not being willing to put up with other people that, you know, do not take you, you know, do not appreciate you. If they're treating you poorly, if they're not really looking out for your best interest, it's time to rethink that. This is a definite month of emotional rethinking and reworking. Yeah, because Capricorn right now, I really do. I get this, there's that feeling right here that, you know, you're a little bit at a crossroads. I would definitely say so. You're kind of contemplating, you know, things that you have in front of you, wondering what the missing piece is right now. There could definitely be a situation where, you know, you're not sure if you should stand up and fight for it and continue to, you know, pursue it, or if you should, you know, cut your losses and walk away from it. That's an interesting transition there, because that being the outcome, it almost feels like, and then what happens, right? So I really feel that at this time in this month, you may not really have all the answers still by the end of June, but you'll definitely be getting closer to them. And some really important progress is getting made here, you know, developmentally, Capricorn, with you just stepping more into your power, being more bold, being more balanced, clearing away the old stuff that just doesn't have a place. You've got to make some decisions coming up. Absolutely bottom of the deck on the Rider-Waite. We have the Two of Swords. So again, like I said, heart chakra's guarded. You may not really want to deal with some of this because it is hard. It's not easy. But, oh, look at what's on the other bottom of this other deck, the vice versa. We have the Ace of Swords. So, woo, that to me, that's coming out with, you'll definitely figure this out. This is not going to stay forever. Also call on Archangel Michael. Whenever I get that Ace of Swords, I say work with Archangel Michael to help you, you know, see clearly and move through these big decisions that you've got to make with a lot more peace of mind. So let's pull an affirmators card for you and see what your affirmation is. Oh, Capricorn, I don't know if you're going to like this one or not. No need to do is the card that came up. And Capricorn, you're always doing something. This could be a real timeout message to you that says, I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there's always going to be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's plan, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do the laundry. This is also the card that Virgo had, not uncoincidentally. Both of you, I think, you know, earth signs are getting a little time out from spirit to say, make sure to rest enough, Capricorn. Make sure that you're not just burning the candle at both ends. Get the rest. Take good care of yourself, because this is a month of healing. You're moving forward to a time of really great activity and movement. But right now, we'll do the inner work, do the inner self-care. All right, Capricorn, I look forward to seeing you again soon for the full moon readings, and I want you to have just a wonderful month of June. Take care, guys.